Hi, this is Naba Barkakati. I'm going to talk to you about the impact of using facial recognition technologies. Now, facial recognition technology is a type of biometric technology. In a previous video, I have talked about them. And of course, it's becoming quite prevalent nowadays. I think there are applications where they look at, without identifying people, look at the mix of males and females and young and old people in bars, things like that. And of course, in some cases, it's used for identifying people specifically from videos being captured by cameras or photographs being taken by cameras. And so therefore it's you've probably even heard about like applications coming up, apps coming up for smartphones for facial recognition. So it's very commonplace. So it's quite relevant to think about the impact of using facial recognition technologies, especially in cases where they're being used to identify people. Now, it's of course one of the biometric technologies, so as I have explained in the past, it's not like your facial image comes with your name stamped on it. They're going to have to store your facial features somewhere and associate it with your identifying information. So that association has to be accurate from the beginning, correct, and also it has to be kept securely so someone doesn't change it in somewhere along the way. So that becomes a critical item to consider. Of course, the number two is the system could misidentify you. Facial recognition, matching facial images is not perfect, like anything else. And if it misidentifies you, and it's a critical case for you, for instance, maybe it's a criminal case where the identification gets to be very crucial. Well, what is the what recourse do you have for correcting the situation? So there is a mechanism for redress becomes very, very important in these cases where facial recognition becomes widely used and used as a means for identifying people. And of course, number three, as usual, you have to worry about someone just presenting a photograph of somebody else or of you and pretending to be you. What do you do in that case? You're identified as yourself from the photograph, but you are not you because someone presented a photograph of you as you. So those things become very important. And so if it's being used in cases where to identify people in crowds or identify someone for a specific purpose like looking for a criminal, then it's very important that we pay attention to those three things up front. That your facial information is stored correctly with your identifying information and it's kept secure. Number two is of course that the system, if it makes a mistake and misidentifies you, there's a way to redress that. And number three is that we make sure that someone can't pretend to be you somehow. Thank you.